Because of the vigil, we survive.
The dragons are a threat to everyone, Gara. I'm pleased that your village has joined the fight against them.
All this world suffers. We will not stop until these great beasts are dead.
Forgel told me what happened, Crusader. I'm proud that you saved so many innocents. You've shown the strength of your resolve. I'm promoting you to War Master. Effective immediately.
Thank you, General. It's my honor to serve the Vigil.
I wish I could give you a proper ceremony before you go back in the field, but we have a critical issue at hand. People in Lion's Arch are disappearing without explanation. I need you both to look into it.
With all due respect, General, isn't that a job for the Lion Guard?
Ordinarily, yes. But some of the missing people are Lion Guard. Worse, we've lost contact with one of our Vigil tacticians stationed there.
That makes it our problem. Understood, man. What areas should we survey, and what should we be looking for?
I recommend you start with the sewers. That's where those Lion Guard were last seen.
I've seen plenty, but you're the finest War Master I've had the honor to serve with. Oh, hell, don't get all teary-eyed on me now.
I'm itching to get some field work.
Slow down, kid.
In the upcoming months, you'll be trained to face enemies that make most men flee in terror. You'll fight nightmares. You'll bring hope in the darkness. You'll stand vigil on the line between life
More violence, I say. Less violence.
These sewers are dangerous. All sorts of monsters could wash in from the sea. Stick together. Be ready for anything.
Tall! I've made life of a sort.
Those rats are running from something. Whatever killed them was powerful.
6 feet tall! Invigorating! I suppose I can make another.
Broken. We should check through there. see something up ahead. Something moving.
This place stinks like an alehouse on free curry night.
What in the name of the mists was that thing?
I've only seen such a creature once before, at Port Stalwart, just before the Orion Dragon destroyed the town, years ago. It's a special kind of scout for Zaitan. If that creature's here, then there's an undead army advancing on Lion's Arch.
Wait, are you sure about that, Forgel?
Dead sure. We don't have time to go back and report to Almora, or even send for Vigil backup. I'll head for Claw Island to warn the Lion Guard. Meet me there as soon as you can.
What's on Claw Island?
The Claw Island fortress stands in the harbor of Lion's Arch. It's the last defense against invasion from the sea. If Zaitan's going to attack the city, its minions will have to fight their way past the fort.
My father died, as did his father. I've always assumed... We've got work to do.
Everyone's a dragon minion! Humans are the chosen of Zaitan! They rebel!
The creature we found hadn't been in Lion's Arch long. We may still have time. We have to find the Watch Commander and convince him to ready the defenses.
Each more hideous than the last.
I smell something odd. Do you smell it?
Smell? No. But the back of my neck keeps itching for some reason.
I don't.
Is that Traherne up there talking to Commander Talon? What do you think he wants?
Traherne, the necromancer? Comes through here every few months.
I've researched the situation extensively. The Orions will strike here, on Claw Island.
Thank you for meeting with us, Watch Commander Talon. We have grave news. One of Zaitan's minions breached the city. We destroyed it, but the creature was likely scouting for a much bigger force. An attack is imminent.
A what? That's extremely unlikely. We've seen no sign of an impending attack. If there was to be one, we'd know of it.
Is that you, Forgel? Well met, old man. Are you still fighting for the Vigil?
Traherne! Ah, by Snow Leopard Shadow, you're a sight for sore eyes. With you on our side, we've got a fighting chance.
I want you to meet my partner, one of the bravest war masters in my order.
My friend, this is Traherne, one of the Sylvari Firstborn. He's Tyria's foremost scholar on Zhaitan and ore. I've been trying to recruit him for years.
Commander Talon, I can confirm their information. Zhaitan's servants are indeed approaching. A fleet of dead ships has launched from the Straits of Devastation. The Risen sail beneath a cloak of stealth.
Whatever you've seen, it can't be a real threat. Claw Island can withstand any assault. Speak with my commanders, Brack and Mira. Once you review our defenses, you'll realize there's nothing to fear.
Hey, you bookworm. Tell me you've got some information on how to stop this attack.
Sadly, no. I'm only here to give the Lion Guard a warning, much like you and your friend.
But at least you've come out from behind your scrolls and scribbles. That's a start. We need your common sense, lad. I'm glad you're here.
If you don't mind, I'll accompany you on your rounds. It's been a while since I've toured the fortress.
I've heard the rumors. Undead coming in under stealth.
Probably just another trickle of corpses. It happens.
Be on alert.
No,
The Orions are planning a major attack against Claw Island.
Tell the Watch Commander Talon that the gunnery emplacements are ready. The fortress here on Claw Island houses more 24-pounders than a ship of the line. We'll be ready to fight the Orions. Don't doubt that. Check on Deputy Mira. She's in charge of the beach patrols.
The Lion Guard don't understand. This won't be a sortie. It'll be a massacre.
Welcome to Beach Patrol, the most dangerous duty on Claw Island.
Deputy, a massive attack is on its way from ore. You must prepare your troops.
If we fall, our last order is to light those 3 signal towers. We have to warn Lion's Arch if the fortress is lost. In 100 years, they've never once been lit. We're very proud of that.
Deputy Mira, sound the alarm. There are undead on the beach.
If an invasion's really coming, we'll need everyone on the island to hold the line.
This'll be unpleasant.
That wasn't much of a fight. Traherne, I thought you said the attack would be significant.
It was a feint. They're testing your defenses. More will come, and soon.
Makes sense. Report to Watch Commander Talon, and tell the men to be ready.
Well done. I have studied Orion creatures for 25 years, but I rarely engage in combat with them. Do you think the commander will listen to us now? All my life, I have been drawn to ore. My wild hunt is to heal the land. Even with all my research, we still know so little about defeating them.
Paltry attack. It barely ruffled our feathers. Is that all they brought?
There will be more, much more. Keep watching the sea.
You're a scholar, not a general, Firstborn. Why should we trust you?
The fortress is under attack. Ready on the wall. Hostiles incoming.
Reach the wall! They're being over...
Repel the invaders!
Die by my hand!
Invigorating!
Vacate these premises! It all makes sense now.
Follow this locale no more.
Invigorating!
Time for some fun.
Over here!
Mira, how stand the beaches?
Fallen, sir, and a lot of good soldiers with them. We have to light the watchtowers.
Let Lion's Arch think we've lost? No, Mira, not yet. Claw Island's withstood much worse. Get on a trebuchet. Dead ship in the harbor holds their reinforcements. Sink it!
Talon, this is no normal attack. The Lion Guard cannot hold. We're overwhelmed.
6 feet tall!
Medic! We need a medic over here. Commander Talon, hold on. You'll be all right.
Quiet, Mira. Soldiers don't need lies. Retreat to the city. Tell the Commodore. We did all we could.
By your will, Commander. I swear to you, this isn't over.
Mira, the island is overwhelmed. We have to evacuate the Lion Guard and ignite the watchtowers to warn the city.
No. You'll never make it to the beacon with these risen monstrosities chasing you. We'll have to fight our way back. The Lion Guard will make a stand in the courtyard while you go for the tower. God's willing, the Risen will be too busy fighting us to stop you.
Your bravery is commendable, Deputy Mira, but your soldiers cannot survive a protracted battle against this many undead.
It's the duty of every Lion Guard to lay down our lives to protect our city. If that's what it takes, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll rally in the courtyard. You light the warning beacons. Now go! Everyone, fall back to the courtyard. Rally to me for one last stand.
I haven't the energy.
Here, over here.
These things should come with a warranty.
Come here! Invigorating! Invigorating!
I need to work on making those last longer.
Time for some fun. dragon servants will never let our ship sail. If they surround the docks, they'll slaughter us, and Zaitan's forces will grow.
Our soldiers are too injured to fight. They can barely walk. We can't form a defense and still get them all aboard.
A heroic but nearly impossible task against great odds and an unrelenting enemy. This, my friend, is a death worthy of legend. Get the wounded to safety. Warn Lion's Arch, one day, you'll come back and retake this island. Of that, I have no doubt.
Forgel, you can't hold them off alone.
I lost my mate and children to the dragons. I thought my legend was buried with them, that I had no one to walk in my footsteps and tell my tale. Now, that's changed, my friend. Thank you for being my legacy. Tell my tale at the hearthfires, where the skalds sing of heroes. Go. I will not fail. You may win the battle, dragon, but you will never defeat our spirit. I am Forgel, son of Kern. My father was the last Doliac shaman. I am a war master of the Vigil. You will never make me kneel.
Mira is in bad shape. You'll have to cut a path for us. Lion Guard, follow me.
Hurry, to the ships! This sacrifice shall not be in vain.
This one, kill.
Council has been spending our money.
Why is that? The city looks beautiful.
What are you two gossiping about?
That went
smoothly in waterfront may not be the best use of our reconstruction funds.
After everything Lion's Arch has been through, I think a makeover is just what we needed.
Scouts are reporting undead just off the coast. It's a small force, but substantial enough for concern.
Zaitan's overconfident, assuming Claw Island was the only thing standing between its army and Lion's Arch.
Then it's our job to show the dragon how wrong it was. At ease, War Master. I heard what happened at Claw Island. The Lion Guard? No. The whole city owes you a debt of honor.
I just did my duty, ma'am. Forgel was the brave one. He gave his life to save us.
He will be remembered as one of the Vigil's great heroes, and he will be dearly missed.
Forgel's sacrifice held them back, but it was your bravery that led us to safety, my friend. I am grateful to you. If I can aid in this defense, War Master, I'm at your service.
You took out enough of Zaitan's forces to stop the imminent attack on Lion's Arch, but the dragon won't pause for long. There are reports of undead landing up and down the coast, likely an attempt to soften the city's perimeter. We need to organize the Vigil's forces and defend the beach. Come, let's review the troops.
Up on your, feet!
Breathe gently, and as you breathe out, pull the trigger.
Crusaders! Forces of the Elder Dragon Zaitan stand on the very threshold of Lion's Arch. If Lion's Arch falls, the nations of Tyria will not be far behind. Fight for your homes. Fight for your families. This is what we've trained for. This is what we've bled for. This is what we will die to defend. We will hold this ground. We are the Vigil.
You can't do this alone. I'll stand with you.
energy is diminished.
Well done, soldiers. That should thin out the undead and take pressure off Lion's Arch for a while longer.
The vigil bought us time, but not advantage. The undead don't get weary, and they have an almost unending supply of troops. We must retake Claw Island and drive Zaitan from these shores. General Soulkeeper, there are many brave souls throughout Tyria who may be willing to lend a hand, if the vigil reached out to them.
True. A few come to mind. A Norn called Thibar has been making his name in the tournaments. Fights like a rabid drake. I also know two fine Char soldiers that I've been trying to recruit for years. Snarl and Galena. They'd be a tremendous help.
Those sound promising. I could go, ma'am, and speak on behalf of the Order.
Good initiative. Pick one or the other, and do your best to bring them aboard. Meanwhile, I'll return to Vigil Keep and rally our crusaders there.
Whatever you decide, I'm going with you. You need the help, and I owe it to Forgel.
Are you well?
And finished!
This moot is for tournament champions. No doubt Fibar will be here, telling tales of his glory. I dreamed of ore, as Kaith did. At least Kaith had a tangible target. I barely knew where to begin.
What happened next, Fibar? Did you slay them all?
Well, I may have been outnumbered 20 to 1, but they were merely griffins. I locked eyes with the biggest one. Then I charged. Battle cries, beaks, feathers everywhere. In the end, the mighty Griffin King bowed before my strength, and I set him free.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Come to hear tales of my great exploits? Oh-ho! You're from the Vigil. Finally decided to come pay respect to the victorific Fibar Yosin?
I'm here on behalf of General Soulkeeper. Lion's Arch is in danger, and the Vigil is readying soldiers. You do realize victorific isn't a word, right?
Defend Lion's Arch? A noble cause. Still, sounds like I'd be just one sword among many. Sorry, not my style. And it is a word if I say it's a word.
Your tournament conquests are second only to your fame as a gambler, Fibar. I propose a wager. My companion and I versus the rest of you.
Ha! Do you realize you're facing an encampment of tournament champions? You're victorifically insane!
If we win, you and your companions join us to defend Lion's Arch. And if you win,
If I win, you two have to carry my pet Doliak to the encampment. He can't make it up that steep hill. Prepare yourselves for the challenge! A challenger has arrived to fight the great Fibar. Gather round.
each more hideous than the
Carry out
last.
this wager in true tournament style. Challengers, prepare yourselves. First in the ring, a dangerous beauty whose eyes are as keen as her arrows. Famka the Fair. Don't turn your back on her partner, Yurt Bladeborn. 2 daggers, 1 kill. Ready? Bring the thunder!
Exhilarating!
Volorantha couldn't have done it better.
Top-notch fighting. Our challenger survived the first round. Second round, twice as tough. Here's a Nord so big he blots out the sun. Here, Dark Mountain. His lovely wife, Elvis Ravenspur, is no stranger to the darkness. Watch out! Their daughter's following the family tradition with magic of her own. Welcome, young Ayla. Everyone prepared? All right. Bring the thunder! Balls together. Another round goes to the challengers. All right, you Vigil Lose Masters. Prepare to chow down on victorificness. I am Primar Yogson. I am the Thunder. Now this is a victory worth singing. By you. You've bested me. Impressive. I must admit, I didn't expect this much talent from the Vigil. Perhaps your order is more formidable than I'd thought.
So you'll help us fight Zaitan's minions?
A Norn always keeps their word. My friends and I will fight for the Vigil at Lion's Arch. Together, we shall be victorific!
Still not, whatever. Victorific it is. We'll see you there, Fibar.
War Master, a moment alone, if you will. I've been considering our options. The Orions are entrenched. It will be incredibly difficult to regain Claw Island.
We can't give up hope, Traherne.
I haven't lost hope. In fact, I'm counting on hope to lead the way. I feel that we should ask for wisdom from the Pale Tree. If anyone knows how to defeat Zaitan, it is the Mother. Meet me at the Grove, and we'll speak with her before the battle.
Willing to risk so much. But do we even have a chance at victory?
And finished!
Imps and elementals run rampant over Hython.
Ice fortifies. Ice protects.
I'm not even sure who I am anymore.
still, Mother. We seek your wisdom.
Bide a while. I have much to show you both. Come to me. Let me show you the way.
Mother Tree, I am sure by now you have heard of the destruction at Claw Island. Zaitan is attacking in force.
The soul of Tyria mourned as her children were cut down by the beast. The land wept, and the world shuddered.
My friend and I seek to right that wrong. We wish to fight Zaitan and take back what was lost. We've come to ask your counsel.
The answer is at the heart of Tyria's future, and your own. Both of you must face the darkness, become guiding stars in the night.
Is it even possible to defeat Zaitan?
Only with great courage. Come, I will show you a vision of your future, and the challenges to come. It is time, my brave friends. Your future awaits.
War is a dark and foul place. Even though I have been here, in truth, this vision is unsettling. Let us hurry. The Pale Tree has lessons yet to be revealed. They say that Or was once beautiful, a nation to rival Kryta, Ascalon, and Ilona. The human gods lived in the city of Arar, and the people here were blessed. After the gods left, the humans banded into guilds and warred upon each other. The guild wars caused great devastation, and the nations faltered. Where does this road lead, Mother?
To the ancient city of Arar, the dragon's stronghold. That is your goal. Along the way, you will glimpse things that may yet come to pass.
Lacking endurance. Each more hideous than the last.
These creatures are formidable, tougher than the ones at Claw Island. How will we defeat them?
Alone, you cannot. But with unity, you will find that many impossible things can be
Well
achieved.
done.
Defenders of Tyria, when Zaitan rose from slumber, the dragon found a long-dead nation and claimed it. The dragon expected the rest of Tyria to be as easily conquered. But we live, and we breathe, and we fight. All races, all orders, and all paths of life stand against Zaitan. The dragon is a fearsome enemy. It wants nothing more than to paralyze us with doubt. But I tell you this, we are not afraid! We will never kneel! Do you feel that? The dragon hears us! To Arar and victory! Is this a vision of the future? Mother, I do not understand. I'm no general.
You must be what Tyria needs you to be, my son. You have more courage than you realize.
interesting news.
The past taints the future. Our heroes have fallen. They must be redeemed. You are the catalyst. You must bring them together. Heal their wounds.
Where were you? We needed you. Snaff. I couldn't protect him. I can still hear him screaming.
Someone was going to die no matter what. Snaff or my queen. I had to make a choice. You would have done the same. Any of you! If the person you loved was in danger, you would have done the same.
Destiny's Edge disbanded after their loss against the Elder Dragon, Kralkatorrik. To this day, they have unresolved grievances with one another.
It was your responsibility. Snaff trusted you, and you failed him.
I tried to keep him out of danger. I would have given anything to prevent his death.
It wasn't enough. You weren't enough. You should have died Air instead of him.
Logan was called away by his queen, yet Air chose to fight the Elder Dragon. They lost. Glint died, along with Snaff, Soja's mentor and friend.
Tried so very hard. They can't stop arguing. They can't understand that the dragons are more important. They'd throw everything away. I'm alone. And I'm tired.
Come back to me. If the world must end, let us spend our last days in each other's arms.
These visions represent a possible future for Destiny's Edge, should they not resolve their quarrels. We need them to reconcile, if we're to defeat Zaitan. Where was I? Oh yes, the Guild Wars. Still angry over the loss of Ascalon, the Char struck hard while humanity fought with itself.
This is a find!
The Char ravaged Ascalon with searing cauldrons and marched on Or. As hope failed, an Orion named Vizier Kilbron read the lost scrolls and unleashed an ancient curse. The curse annihilated the Char army, but it destroyed Or as well.
This is the tomb of the kings of
cataclysm
Or.
plunged the nation into
Walk
the ocean.
inside
Everything
and seek
was lost.
truth. But be warned, the future can change in the blink of an eye.
Death! Good!
My energy is diminished.
Come here! Invigorating!
I've beaten you, but you don't know it yet.
Well done.
To see the sky, feel once more the wind and the sun
Although my nation is drowned, a slow blood still pulses in its veins. Or was once the heart of Tyria, so full of life. I was the last of a line of proud rulers. Now my nation is enslaved. What do you seek here? Or has nothing left to give, save ash and bones?
We came to fight Zaitan. Can you give us counsel?
Zaitan can be defeated, but that will not save Or. The land must be cleansed of this poison. Seek the source.
Is Zaitan the source? Or is there some other poison that fouls Or? Please tell us.
Seek the source. Cleanse Or. Seek the source.
It was Zaitan, the elder undead dragon that pulled Or from the depths. The massacre of Or gave the dragon fertile ground to create its horrific army. Zaitan's power does not end here. In slaughter, its army grows stronger. Claw Island was just the beginning. The dragons are destruction. They will not stop until all life on Tyria is destroyed.
Your last challenge on the road to Ara will be the Guardian of the Gate. Beyond this, I cannot foretell. Once before, I gave this sword to a beloved son. Now, I pass it on to you, Traherne. Its name is Caladbol. Bear it with honor, and the sword will never fail you. Test yourselves against the Guardian, then return to me in the Grove. To know the future, even the mere possibility can be a great burden. I am sorry, brave heroes, that you must walk this path.
Must these things come to pass, Mother? Must I take up Caladbolg and travel into the heart of Or?
You must both take up this mantle. Traherne, your duty is to cleanse Or. Your friend shall aid you, and then face the dragon.
And Claw Island? Can we retake it and save Lion's Arch?
I believe so. But that will not be your first test. The dragon seeks to destroy its enemies before they can strike. I see within the dream that Zaitan's forces enter battle, not against Lion's Arch, but at the heart of your order.
My order headquarters? No, how could that be? How could Zaitan even know?
Those who have been corrupted reveal everything to Zaitan. Nothing is secret, least of all those places where his enemies hide.
If my friends are in danger, I have to go to them. They have no warning. They'll be slaughtered.
I will go with you. Our fates are bound together, and from this day forward, we fight as one.
Farewell, valiant souls. May your wild hunt be successful, and may your courage illuminate the dark of night.
Now, this is a find.
That sounds like battle. The Vigil needs us.
There's a good monstrosity.
Zaitan's showing more intelligence. Striking at the heart of your
War
order?
Master, turn!
It's almost
Thank the
unfathomable.
alchemical processes that inspired your presence. We're under siege! Blast! What kind of foul magic was that? We must reconfigure our strategy.
Bone walls. Those require powerful magic. We face no mere foot soldiers. There's an Orion vizier in there.
They've cut us off. The Orions are protecting the weaponry that's battering our keep's fortifications. We have to destroy those siege engines.
Vigil Keep has defensive weaponry on the far ramparts, but they were damaged in the first assault. We didn't have the manpower to repair them. If we could clear the walls of undead and safeguard her path to the catapults, Blacksmith Von Heck can fix anything.
Then we'll have to give her that chance. Let's get to the top of the walls and check in with General Soulkeeper.
I salute your bravery, my friend. Strike hard and fast, and we'll guard your back. Form up, Vigil.
Time to smash some rotting heads.
Well done. It's the War Master. We're saved.
still they keep coming.
This one, kill.
Movement in the keep. Oh, it's the general. Stand at attention.
Reporting for duty, General. I hope you don't mind that I brought a friend.
Warmaster, Traherne, good timing. We need every able-bodied soldier we can deploy. Ephod, what's our status?
I must report defeat, ma'am. There's an Orion wizard down there. We weren't able to get through the magical barriers.
Disappointing, but understandable. Secondary recommendations? Anyone?
Ephod says there's a blacksmith who can repair our catapults. Traherne and I can clear the ramparts while Ephod follows behind to protect the civilian.
Once the Orion siege weapons are destroyed, they'll have to lower the magical walls if they intend to continue the attack on Vigil Keep.
Without those walls, I'm confident we'd have been successful, General. This time, there'll be no stopping us.
Excellent. While you do that, the Crusaders and I will defend the wall. Move out!
Monhez, the daughter of Vygarth, one of the most legendary Noinsmiths. She can fix anything.
I've beaten you, but I'm nigh invincible.
Wish I'd had time to fix these before the battle. You never know how to prioritize till you get attacked by screaming undead. There you go, War Master. Good as new. Let him have it.
are down. You did it, War Master.
No time to celebrate. The undead are making one last push.
The Orions dare to strike at our keep. Well, they shall see how a cornered lion fights.
I'm itching to get some payback for that little wall trick. Let's join the fray down on the field.
Fight to your last breath. To your last bit of courage.
6 feet tall.
Tyranny and death. And we cannot.
Die by my hand!
A clever combination.
Well done.
Well fought. Don't give up now.
Try my patience.
Look there. It's their leader. Take her down and the battle is won.
Invigorating.
I shall watch it fail.
Spell reflection.
Well done, Crusaders. The Orions are defeated, and the keep is safe. 3 cheers for the Vigil!
Hurrah! Victory for the Vigil!
It is fortunate that we arrived when we did. Those undead were about to overrun the keep. The Pale Tree is very wise. If Vigil Keep had fallen, we'd never be able to defend Lion's Arch.
Do you remember what she said? With unity, many impossible things can be achieved. She's right, Traherne. The Vigil can't fight Zaitan alone. The dragon is too powerful. But there is another way.
Whatever you're planning, know that I will stand with you.
Thank you, Traherne. Come, let's talk to General Soulkeeper.
War Master, your timing was fortuitous. You and Traherne have saved our order.
It was our honor. If you don't mind, we need to brief you on recent events. Much has occurred in a very short time.
General, I've become convinced that the Vigil can't stand against Zhaitan alone. We may have an army, but we don't have the information or resources.
Huh. If it were anyone other than you, War Master, I might think you were a coward. But after what you did on the field today, continue.
The other orders of Tyria are as concerned about the dragons as we are. The Vigil should speak with them and launch a unified effort.
Speak with them? But the Order of Whispers are underhanded backstabbers, and the Priory are simpering scholars.
You're wrong, Efoot. They simply have their own ways of fighting Zhaitan. Both would be staunch allies in this war.
I don't like it, and I don't trust them. But I do trust you, War Master. And I trust Traherne. If he says we're up against overwhelming odds, I believe him. Go to the other orders. Set up a meeting. Tell them the Vigil offers an alliance.
Thank you, General. I'll do everything I can.
But I've done nothing to stop the devastation. Am I at fault?
So, I see Gix stumbled out of his library, and the Preceptor crawled out of her hole.
I see you're not letting rationality get in the way of your ignorance, Almora. How predictable.
Who are you calling ignorant, you twitchy little bookworm?
Wonderful. I see we're off to a running start. The Order of Whispers needs allies, not infants.
Enough bickering, all of you. Our real enemy lurks across the waves. Zhaitan's servants march at the gates of Lion's Arch. We must band together, or we will all be destroyed.
When I joined my order, I swore to fight Zhaitan. I will die for Tyria if I must. However, I believe that together we can win. The Vigil has shown tremendous courage in the fight against the dragons. This alliance will require courage as well. Why back down now? The Order of Whispers has seen nations rise and fall. You cannot hide from this threat. You need to make a stand. And who knows more about the dragons than the Priory? Just think of how much there is to learn. Where else but in Ore?
By the worlds of eternal alchemy, you're bold. But you're correct. Knowledge is useless if it is not used. We shall aid you.
The Order of Whispers has worked for generations to bring nations together. We can do no less now. Our blades are yours.
The Vigil fears nothing, not even ill-tempered, undisciplined louts like these two. We'll join, but I insist there's a decent hierarchy. Who will lead this compact?
Logic dictates that it cannot be a member of any of our orders, lest one be seen as above the other two. Quite a conundrum.
I've already considered that. Traherne, you've never joined an order, yet they all respect you. You've studied ore all your life. Will you lead us?
I never wanted to be a soldier. I'm only a seeker of truth. But, yes, I will lead this pack to the gates of Ara, and together, we will see Zhaitan destroyed. First, to Claw Island. Let us send our defiant message straight into the heart of Ore. Tyria stands as one.
All my life, I've watched Ore, studied it, researched the abominations that Zhaitan spawns. I have avoided the challenge of my wild hunt. I hid, always claiming I was not yet ready. I did not think Ore could be cleansed. I feared failure, but you're right. It is time to act. We'll either cleanse the land, or return to it.
Why is that?
Is complete. Now that we're assembled, we can begin the briefing.
Marshal Traherne, sir. I'm Efoot, liaison for the Vigil troops. The Lion Guard are clearing some road, but the inner courtyard gate is blocked.
My Priory explorers brought a biomantic siege capacitor, Marshal. Our top mystics have been working on it for some time. It could be useful.
I've heard of that device. Whisper's agent stole a copy of the blueprints, but we couldn't figure out your bizarre telemetry. There's a working prototype?
Of course. Nothing's beyond the Priory's intelligence. Unfortunately, it's a portable model, so it lacks the power to blast through a fortified gate.
What if we amplified this capacitor in some way?
Clever. The signal towers use magical panels to increase brightness. If we reversed the panel's direction and adjusted the enchantment, we could amplify the beam.
It's improvised off the cuff and madcap. But you know, it just might work. Still, there are far too many undead between here and the signal tower.
Leave that part to me. The Vigil may not understand your boo-boo-matic-wheeze calculator, but we know plenty about killing undead.
Then we have a plan. Commander Efoot, move out. Your crusaders can guide the way.
Agent Zod, get that Priory device up to the signal tower and get it working. We need that barricade down.
Is this what I think it is? How do they compress all those angles? God, just plug it in. I'm on my way, Preceptor. to reverse it, resource cell the amplification, and attach the capacitor. Just keep them off me. Whoever created this tower's astral circuitry was a total moron. Oh, it was the Priory? Sorry about that. Only a few more seconds. Anyone have some gum? But never mind.
That was a waste.
Over already?
Here we go. Oh wait, that didn't do it. Let me try one last.
I won't go easy on you. Invigorating!
Aha! Hold on to your helms! One reconstellated configurer coming up!
Ramparts are swarmed. We'll need to clear them of undead if we plan to utilize the siege engines.
Well done. We've secured the docks.
What about the courtyard, Marshal? That big dragon thing will be on us the minute we charge in there.
We need to retake the ramparts and deploy siege weapons. Then we can cover the sky while we clear the courtyard.
I can help there. Priory alchemists have crafted special ammunition to weaken champions like that one. We can force that monster to the ground.
Once you get it down, we'll get it dead. Put your trust in Vigil Steel.
I'll coordinate and command from here. Go with Winnet and retake the siege
control of the siege points. Now we must join the fray. Forward!
Clear the courtyard! Push back the risen horde! Troops, wait for the dragon to come around, then make a coordinated strike. On my order! Wait for it! Fire! Stay out of its reach. It's calling for the dead to rise. Watch out! Drops are falling from its wings. Don't let them surround you.
did it. We recaptured Claw Island, and in so doing, saved Lion's Arch as well. I do not know what lies ahead of us, my friend, but for the first time, I have hope. Hope that this alliance can save Tyria from the dragons. Hope for the future. Hope for Orr. We wouldn't have won this battle without you.
Agents are pretty handy with a blade.
Now go get some rest.
I'm impressed.
We've got a lot of work ahead of us.
I think you could still teach me a few things, Crusader.
We defeated the Plague Bringer.
Yeah, but what now? Are we really going to make an alliance?
Well done, Crusaders! Bravely fought!
Some must
Victory.
fight, so that
Now.
all may be free.
Will it last? Those other orders. Can we trust them?
You realize this pact only
What was
has
that
a 1 in
technique you used
3,720
There's a soft spot
chance of
under the
succeeding?
ribcage. You didn't know?
I do now. Well done.
Are you all right, Scholar? Are you injured?
I'm fine. Thanks to your bravery, that thing didn't touch me at all.
I'm pleased you're here.
This is a momentous day. The tide of history has changed, Traherne.
Indeed. Many people doubted. Even the Orders weren't truly certain it could be done. Never before has Tyria been so united. Let Orr hear the echo of this battle. We can defeat the dragons. We will.
Zhaitan waits at the center of Orr, surrounded by a nation of undead. The battle to destroy the dragon will not be easy, but it can be won.
There is a ruined fortress at the edge of Orr, south of the Shattercleft Hills. From that high cliff, you can see the spires of Orr rising beyond the Straits of Devastation. We will take this fort and make it our own. The Pact will rebuild it. We will place our banners, and from there we will strike at the dragon's heart. I will make plans with the leaders of the Orders and gather troops at that location. You deserve some well-earned rest, my friend. Join me when you are ready, and together we will find a way to slay Zhaitan.